10 future military aircraft that will dominate the world. There are many fighter jet brands that powerful countries have produced, but many people still wonder which is the fastest and powerful one. Many technologically advanced countries make efforts to keep improving their weapon prowess, and that includes developing new military planes. In this video, we will look at 10 future military aircraft that will dominate the world. You will be shocked upon discovering what close to half of them can do. Stick with us to find out. But before we begin, kindly subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing and informative content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our weekly uploads. Let's get it on! 10. Lockheed Martin X-59 Quest. Currently being developed for the NASA Low Boom Flight Demonstrator Program, the X-59 Quest is a supersonic concept that is expected to cruise at 1,510 kilometers per hour at an altitude of 55,000 feet. While supersonic aircraft has been around for decades, this concept is all about reducing the sonic boom associated with breaking the sound barrier. The first X-59 will be delivered in late 2021, and it should create a low 75 perceived level decibel sonic thump rather than a much louder boom when crossing the sound barrier. 9. Sukhoi S-70 Okhotnik. The first 6th generation military aircraft in this list, the Sukhoi Okhotnik, is being developed by Sukhoi for the Russian Air Force and will be a stealth-heavy unmanned combat aerial vehicle with some technologies from the Su-57 5th generation fighter craft. The Okhotnik uses a flying wing concept and makes use of the composite materials and stealth coating to reduce its radar signature. Having a range of 6,000 kilometers and a maximum speed of 1,000 kilometers per hour, the Okhotnik is designed to be a companion to manned parent aircraft such as the Su-57. 8. BAE Systems Tempest. The UK Combat Air Strategy, launched in 2018, set out a bold vision for the future combat air capability for the country. This was embodied by an ambitious goal to create Tempest. The UK-led International Future Combat Air System will pioneer new technology capable of exploiting and staying ahead of evolving threats, enabled by decades of expertise in a world-leading industry. Built to replace the Eurofighter Typhoon, the Tempest is a 6th-generation fighter being developed by BAE Systems, Rolls-Royce, Leonardo S.p.A., and MBDA. It's expected to enter into service in 2035, and we know little about the aircraft or the technologies that are planned. The Guardian reports that the Tempest will incorporate artificial intelligence, directed energy weapons, and use swarming technology to control drones. It's expected that the UK will invite India to be a part of the Tempest development program. 7. Boeing F/A-XX program. After nearly a decade of fits and starts, the U.S. Navy has quietly initiated work to develop its first new career-based fighter in almost 20 years. The multi-billion-dollar effort to replace the F/A-18EF Super Hornet and electronic attack EA-18G Growlers beginning in the 2030s is taking early steps to quickly develop a new manned fighter to extend the reach of the carrier air wing and bring new relevance to the Navy's fleet of nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. Referred to as the Next Generation Air Dominance Program, the F/A-XX program is about developing the 6th-generation air superiority fighter for the U.S. Armed Forces. The program is looking to develop an aircraft to replace the highly maneuverable F/A-18EF, so we can expect to see a family of aircraft with different body configurations, rather than a single frame. It's also expected to have an open architecture that makes it modular in terms of sensors, payloads, and weapons, so mission-specific configurations will be made possible. 6. China's JXX. Little is known about China's 6th-generation fighter. The 5th-generation J-20 was only inducted in 2017, but China has already started working on its 6th-generation fighter, Given China's dominance in the artificial intelligence research domain, the 6th-generation fighter is expected to incorporate a lot of AI integration, along with real-time analytics, for faster targeting. We don't know if this will be manned or unmanned, but it seems more likely to be the latter. The J-20 is supposedly going to be upgraded to newer WS-15 engines as a strong gap measure while the 6th-generation fighter is completed. 5. Mikoyan MiG-41. Russia's ambitious new 6th-generation stealth interceptor, the PAK-DP long-range bomber, is reportedly in its development phase, being a successor to the prolific Soviet MiG-31 interceptor. There are high expectations from PAK-DP, also called the MiG-41. Positioned as a supersonic stealth interceptor, the Mikoyan MiG-41 is intended to replace the MiG-31 and isn't considered to be a proper 6th-generation aircraft, but more of a stopgap measure. It will reportedly be capable of operating while on high speeds and is expected to operate at very high altitudes, using the same engine as a Su-57. With such weaponry and new radar, the new aircraft would constitute a proud successor to the MiG-25 and MiG-31 family, surpassing them in capabilities without a radical increase in speed, which would require equally radical advancement in technology. 4. Future Combat Air System. Dassault and Airbus are working together on the new generation fighter for France, Germany, and Spain. The 3 countries have competent multi-role fighters in the form of Rafale, Eurofighter Typhoon, and F-18 Hornet. However, there are no planned replacements aside from the Eurofighter Typhoon. This is where the SCAF, or NGF, comes into the picture. We've only seen a model of the aircraft as of now, and it features a delta wing without any vertical stabilizers or canards. Thus, it has a microscopic radar cross-section. By intelligently teaming 6th-generation manned fighters with unmanned platforms, the Next Generation Weapon System, or NGWS, will provide European air forces and navies with capabilities well beyond existing fighters. With no agreed definition of a 6th-generation fighter, Airbus's understanding is that such a new generation fighter, or NGF, will be a more sophisticated and connected platform than what currently exists. Powerful engines equipped with the thrust vectoring nozzles combined with a high-performance flight control system will ensure the NGF's maneuverability, speed, and range. Innovative effectors will provide the fighter with unprecedented firepower, ranging from standoff kinetic loads, including hypersonic ones, to directed energy weapons to electronic warfare capabilities, including cyber attacks. Test flights are expected sometime in 2025, with the flights entering into service in 2030. 3. Mitsubishi F3. Japan's really doing it. The island country really is developing its own stealth fighter. A development timeline foresees the construction of a prototype in 2024, with a first flight to follow in 2028. Series production of the FX, sometimes dubbed the F3, will begin in 2031, with entry into service following in 2035. The Japanese Air Self-Defense Force would procure around 90 of the advanced stealth fighters. The twin-engine F3 will integrate advanced technologies, including remote drone control capabilities, a VR-style helmet-mounted display, and a radar that can double as a microwave weapon for fry enemy missiles. It will be designed to exchange sensor data with the Japanese and U.S. forces, and have a capacity for at least 6 internally stowed weapons, including air-to-ground and anti-ship missiles. Through air-to-air will be its primary mission. 2. Skyborg. A thing of nightmares, the Skyborg is a recently announced AI program that will have an autonomous drones and fighter jets operating as a swarm. The name Skyborg seems to be the culmination of Skynet and the Borg from the popular Terminator and Star Trek sci-fi shows. Both evil AI-based life forms that are all about dominating the Earth and galaxy. Skyborg is likely to be implemented in stages, with the first stage being an assistive tech, and the later stages will see Skyborg taking on a more autonomous role. As part of the Skyborg program, the Air Force hopes to build a family of low-cost, attritable drones that can be reused but are cheap enough that losing in combat can be financially and operationally tolerated. The project is meant to produce a family of unscrewed aerial systems that can move into contested spaces and conduct aerial missions that might be too dangerous for human pilots to perform. 1. Boeing T-7 Red Hawk. The Air Force has been flying the same jet trainer for 60 years, called the T-38 Talon. It was the world's first supersonic trainer at its debut. But now, it's a relic of another time. Despite upgrades to its onboard electronics, the existing trainer suffers from all the usual maladies of aging aircraft: metal fatigue, corrosion, parts obsolescence, among others. What the Air Force needed was a new training system, not just a plane, that would catapult young pilots into the age of digital technology. T-7 does that with a training system that can be easily adjusted to mimic the displays and handling qualities of every fighter and bomber in the Air Force fleet. The aircraft is expected to enter service around 2023. Did you enjoy our video? In your opinion, which of these future military aircraft will revolutionize the industry, and why would you say so? Well, if you enjoyed our video, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our weekly uploads. We value your feedback. Feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section below.